Holy moly, look at that thing. That thing is extreme. So we have here the OTC Strut Tamer Extreme. I wound up ordering this one from a drop shipper, factory direct, and it never freaking came, and it was a huge hassle, and it was back ordered and just a big old mess. So I got one locally and canceled the order, and it was worth it. You know, look at this thing, it's got all kinds of adjustment. You can be a control freak. Look at the collars on this thing. You can tighten those down and get the width set. It's got instructions on the side, so if you have coworkers, employees, or whatever, they're not going to screw it up. Comes with a collar adapter so that you can leave everything together on the top and really speed up productivity. When you look down at the bottom, it's got these clamps that are just amazing. I love these things. Let me show you how that works. These just flip open. Just flip them in the up position like that. Same thing with these. I'm going to leave them in place because they're all staged and ready to go. But you just set the thing in there, flip those down, tighten the nuts, and now it's not going anywhere. It latches on, it locks onto those things. So anyway, let's zoom out. I'll show you how the thing works. Works awesome. Better than me, at least when it comes to operating the zoom correctly. So here we have it. I got mine tall because I'm always bent over the hood, doing all this kind of, I don't want to do that. I'll stretch out and do it this way. Plus there's room on the wall. I didn't have to lose any space. So I did a board. I lag bolted that into the structure, did this double layered, reinforced my lock there. It seemed like the thing to do at the time. So this is reverse. When you go counterclockwise, it tightens, clockwise tightens. One of the funky things is this is so floppy and loose and just kind of goofy. I don't know what I think about that. I'm going to have to do something just to help save myself from the OCD withdrawals from having that be so loose. But as far as the way that the tool works, it works fantastic. It seems to be built pretty well aside from that. There's a little drag when you go to do it. You know, like the guy, I forget the guy, he comes on and he's like, today we're going to talk about struts. And he walks in, he's got his strut going on. I forget the name of it, I'll put a link in the description if I can remember it. But anyway, I saw that video. I looked at a lot of different products before buying this one. Some of the ones that were on the market seemed awesome, but they weren't in production yet. There was one that had these cups that fit around here and just collapse it, use your impact gun, just zip. That would be way faster and awesome. I came really close to buying that one, but when it comes to the final purchase decision, I got this one because of all the control aspects. You can set this up exactly the way you want. The last thing I need is to get hit in the face or the jaw, have a face transplant due to a spring coming undone. I had a strut spring compressor, you know, like the kind that kind of set up like scissors. I had one of those blow up on me. Just totally failed. One of the pins came out. I was like, forget that noise, I'm getting something good. This cost me about 650 bucks. So just figure about 700 or so. And the construction of it is okay. It's not amazing, but it's pretty decent. It'll do the job. I really like the things that count. You know, they're heavy duty, they're thick and good. So that's probably enough. I could stop there, but I'm gonna keep going. So you can just go like this and climb the thing if you want. Get that till it's hanging free. Get a little air going here. Zip the nut off. Yeah, it's just the safety is the big thing for me. I mean, anybody who has to deal with any kind of workers' comp or any kind of that kind of stuff, it seems like whenever I've had a boss that got somebody that was injured on the crew, they always get real big on safety after that. Speaking of safety. Anyway, so take out your old strut, pull off the little cushion at the base, pull off the cushion at the top, get your new one. Look at all the fun things that you have to just hang things on. What I was doing earlier, so I was leaving sockets and stuff up here. and just putting the gun there. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, probably not.
We'll see if I can drop that on my toe too. That's the disadvantage of putting it high on the wall.
Unhook the new one. I guess this is a good illustration that crap happens and people aren't always concentrated on what they're doing. And so it's a good idea to have something that's idiot-proof, foolproof, etc. to prevent injury. You take the new strut. I'm missing something here. It's this. You put that in, line up where the spring ends. You can line up the wear marks. Get that into position and stick it up from underneath. Also on this one, it's cut, so you want to turn it so that it matches. See, I'm going the wrong way here. Get that lined up, stick it up from the bottom. Some stuff I really like to stage and have it all be perfect, and other stuff I just like to show the realism of it. Let's just say this is a realism video, shall we? Today's Saturday. Normally I take the day off, but trying to get some of these things done for some folks. Alright, so we got our nut in there so we could hang the socket on. Set the gun, zip, zip, zip. That's done. Somebody wants to be famous so bad. Who is it?
I need to have the camera on, so
You punk, I'm filming. Well, what's going on?
Is this a bad time to interrupt you?
Open the door, would you? Fling that open. We'll show the viewers what I got going on here. So on the door when I'm filming, I do this red sign with a magnet that says, "I'm filming, please don't disturb, thanks." It never works. Nobody ever looks at that. You know who the last one that came through? This Katie. Alright, we had a brief interruption there. Anyway, so as you get this all set up, the nut's nice and tight. Let's set this down aside here. And all you got to do is loosen it up and you're in good shape. Like I say, it's backwards because you have gear reduction. It's 2-to-1 gear reduction. So you go the tightening direction. And you don't really have to worry about the twist on this until you get close. Start climbing it. And mine doesn't seem to be near as easy to turn as the ones that I've seen in other product designs. Guys like turning it with 2 fingers. Yeah, that's a bunch of crap. I mean, my handle's wobbly and it's got a lot of resistance, and that's just the way it is. And this isn't one that the factory sent me. This is one that I bought, you know, aftermarket, retail, whatever. So this is a realistic view of what you're going to be dealing with. And how hard was it to put on the wall? It was hard. You can buy a stand for it, or you can weld a stand for it and make it mobile, but I really like the idea of putting it on the wall so it's kind of out of the way, but it's ready to go. Like I say, I'm going to do something with that. I can't stand that. That drives me just absolutely crazy. But other than that, I really like the thing. Would I buy it again? I think so. You know, like I say, I like the control. And the welds on this, it's just welded in one spot down here. It looks like it might have been threaded in and then they just weld one to hold it in place. But with this being so floppy, everything seems like it's crap. So alright, so we're down to the end. You see it still doesn't move that smoothly, and I did oil the thread here. I haven't taken the little gear reduction box off. And this, you can put it in any direction you want. You can have it stick out to the right, to the left, or to the back. I did it to the forward position so it's easier to get to. Go ahead and take this out. I really like this grip device, or whatever. Whoever came up with this, kudos to you, buddy. That was awesome. And you know, these open up and you can do them to the spring itself if you're going to do just the mount. A lot of other ones, this was permanent. You couldn't get to the mount. But sometimes you want to replace a strut mount, so it's good to be able to grab it by the spring or be able to grab it here. And then this little add-on here that, well, it's not an add-on, they send it with the whole thing. You know, I'm going to give you a close-up of it because it's pretty decent design itself. I'm going to drop this on my foot if I will pull this out now. Alright, we'll set this aside. This one is a little tight. Must have been worried about it at the time. There we go. Alright, so here's what we have here. I'm going to get behind the camera so I can look at it. But you got all of these different spots where you can adjust it how you want it. Now this strut in particular is a little different than most, because instead of 2 or 3 you've got 4, and it tamed it just fine. Our Strut Tamer Extreme whoosh, whoosh, handled that, so pretty happy with it. And like I say, you get good results. It goes quickly, especially with that little extra part that came with it. My other strut compressor, I have 3 of them, this being the 3rd, but the second one I bought, it had a little thing that came with it that was shaped kind of like a diamond that was intended for that same kind of a thing. I had no idea what it was. No instructions came with it, Harbor Freight, so I just dealt with it. But anyway, pretty nice. Like I say, these move. I just have a little wrench, little 7/16. Why the crap can't people just go with the metric system, for crying out loud? But you can move this so that it's positionable and you can retain it. I think these were there just for shipping, because it didn't show up when you look at the product or product reviews. You don't see that. I like that. I like that a lot. Because like I say, you can set it and forget it. You just got to say it that way. It's so cliche. But seriously, you can just set it how you want it, have everything be locked in. On the first one, you'll have a little bit of time consumed in setup, but on the second one, it's going to go real fast. And that's what we like. We like things to be safe, and we like things to save us money. If something's not safe, it's not going to save you any money. If you ever paid a medical bill in the last little while, they're expensive. Insurance is too, it's ridiculous. It's even more, like my insurance went up a ton after Obamacare, you know, anyway. Yay, that's the Strut Tamer Extreme. The takeaways are, it's very safe, it's expensive at $700 compared to some of the other ones, but not compared to medical bills and face transplant surgery. So I really like it. I would buy it again. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, click subscribe. If this was helpful in your decision-making process, or you're new to this, whatever, liked it, click like. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. What's your favorite strut spring compressor? Maybe there's one that you have that you like better. I was pretty thorough. I was looking at stuff from Germany. I was looking at stuff from all over the US. And, you know, Japan, China, you name it. And this is the one I decided to get. So what do you have? Do you like it? Leave a comment below. Thanks.